One, two, one, two. Let me check it on the computer though. I hate that every time I do a live, I need to come in here and set things up. So that's why when you see you come into somebody's live and it's so quiet in the beginning, it's because they got to make sure it's situated. Let me see. All right, volume is done. All right, I will deal with all of that later. My throat is kicking, y'all. I don't know how everybody else is doing, but it is Thursday morning. And I'm just doing a check-in because I got some work to do and I've been procrastinating. So I'm trying to hold myself accountable or maybe hopefully have you hold me accountable. Let's see what happens. I hope my background noise is not a problem. Hi, how are you? Welcome. Excuse me. Ooh, where are you tuning in from? I'm curious to know what's going on, y'all. If you're jumping in the live, I'm just saying what's up, checking in with everybody, and about to share the chaos I have to deal with. So if you're interested in checking that out, stay tuned. Want to know how everybody's doing this morning? So if you're tuned in, do note you do have to be subscribed to leave a comment because there's a lot of people on some BS out here. But regardless, thanks for tuning in. I got a lot of chaos to share. If you're interested, stay tuned and I'll show you. But this place. First of all, I had a leak in my ceiling, which was from my tub, which was in my workspace where there is electrical items, which almost caught fire. So it's been quite an interesting last couple of hours, but I want to share that. So join me for a few minutes. I won't be long, trust. Um, it's been a crazy couple days. How is everybody doing? Yo, if you're in this, if you're catching me right now, and you don't mind, leave me a comment. You do have to be subscribed. Sorry, those are just the rules. But leave me a comment, and also, if you don't mind, and I can get a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. You could like my live. But I got to share some stuff with y'all, cause yo, Haveth mercy, I can't win. I don't feel like I could win. I'm just, when you hit roadblocks, and then it's the next roadblock, and I don't even feel bad. Like I'm not mad. It's more like gotta deal with this now, and I gotta deal with this now. If anybody else is dealing with this now, let me know because it's madness. It's just madness. All right. MJR, if you're still in here, what's going on? Good morning. So yeah, just doing a check-in. I have a lot of chaos that's happening around me. As a matter of fact, I was mentioning earlier, I had um, a leak in my roof, and as a result, um, I had to have it fixed. But I almost lost a lot of my stuff, and it was a little frustrating and scary. So, just a little bit cheese right now, trying to figure it out. But yeah, just trying to figure it out. And again, you do have to be subscribed in order to leave a comment. That's just the rules. Mhm. But man, it's been a day. Anyways, um, so I hope everybody's doing well. It's Thursday morning. I've got my coffee because Lord knows I need it. Do you drink coffee? Let me know. If not, what are you drinking? Um, that's good. Coffee's good. Well, I love it, so it's my thing. But yeah, I'm just gonna give it a few minutes to get this rolling and get some people on here. And if you guys are interested in seeing what I got going on, again, with relation to the chaos and the roof leak and want to see the hole in my ceiling, stay tuned. Just give me a second to get my shit together, and we're on point. I don't think I've ever done a live this early in the morning. I don't know where you're at, but it's about 9:05 for me where I'm at. And let me show y'all what's going on. This is some crazy ish right here. Hold up. Look at this mess, okay? Let me change this up. All right. So first and foremost, this is my workspace. Let me go back because I don't know if you can see it, but this is my workspace, okay? And I recently had a leak in my pretty roof. I had my bathtub literally leaking. So this pipe right here was bust and started to leak. So where my stuff was, if you've ever watched my previous videos, this whole entire area had electronics. It basically had my desktop. It had a table, this table here with like my heat press and other stuff. And I almost lost it all because of that stupid leak. So I have to now reorganize this whole entire space. And it's gonna be some work. So I was like, let me get on here and see if anybody has ideas. But honestly, I've got a lot of work to do. I had to take uh, this down from the top of that. So sorry, it's gonna catch my finger. But I had to take this down from that. This almost got completely destroyed. My heat press, as well as thank God I have my materials. Listen, if you are a creator, let me tell you this real quick. If you are a creative and you work with materials like vinyls or stickers or paper, any type of crafting materials, make sure, okay, no matter what, make sure those crafting materials are stored in a bin that has a sealed lid. Because if not, you'll lose it if you have water leak, if there's any damage, if there's any excessive heat, dust, whatever, store them in a container that has a lid. Okay, let me show you again. So, right here, all of these containers are sealed in a degree. And it's simply because if anything should happen with regards to water leaks or damage, you have the ability to fix it or not have loss, money loss, okay? Because money loss is real. I'm looking real. Y'all ain't telling me I look so jagged. Together. Oh, hell no. What a day. But anyways, yeah, it's morning time. I hope everybody's doing well. Um, I don't know how I'm gonna fix this ish. It's gonna be a thing to figure out. I feel rough about it because it's a lot of work. But I'm gonna put it in regardless. It's got to get done. It's got to get done soon too, because I'm going back to do my thing. Hey, hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. I want to see what, can I show you what happened after my last live when I got offline with you guys? You want to see some ish? Look at this, okay? Look, let me show you. Okay, so as you can see, first of all, my whole entire workspace has been upended, okay? Why? Because I had a leak in the tub. I had a crack pipe in my tub, so they had to change that pipe right there. But what happened was, I don't know if you recall, this back area here had this table and it had my computer stuff and my laptop and all of that. So the water leaked all the way down, and I had electrical on the wall right here. So it basically leaked from the ceiling all the way to the panel where the electrical was and almost caused a fire. But as a result, I had to get it fixed. And so I had to take everything out of the space. And now I have to rework the entire space. I even had to take down the two drawers together because I'm going to need to switch the angle of the table. Like, girl, I'm so cheesed. Like, I'm so cheesed. I almost lost so much stuff, but I'm happy. So I'm not mad, right? Like, this happens where it's like, we're gonna suffer losses. Things are gonna happen. There's nothing we could do about that. But I was just like, yo, I can't believe I almost lost all that money. That was a lot of, like, imagine my laptop, my heat press, materials, potentially my home. All of those things could have just been poof, and has me freaked out. But yeah, no, change is good. To be honest, um, it is necessary to make change. And I like to rotate stuff from time to time. I'm not like set in having to have everything just be one way all the time. I always constantly switch it up. So I'm excited to do that. But I want to be prepared. I want to do, listen, what's her name? I think it's Nails with the Z, something with the X. She's been doing these Christmas sets, and I want to start doing Christmas sets because I'm excited to do some artwork, right? So I just need to have everything set up in order to be able to do that. Um, but what time are you doing it? Because I gotta do mine too. I gotta do my nails. Look, they're looking. Ooh, can they? Hold on. They're not looking pretty. I gotta do my nails, yo. Look, it's not looking pretty at all. It's time. The growth is there, and if you can imagine, it's been like maybe 2 weeks, so I gotta get that done. Um, I think you're an hour. What time is it for you right now? I feel like you're an hour, maybe an hour. Okay, no. So you're an hour behind me. So, okay, you're going 11 a.m. So then I won't do mine maybe until evening so that I don't like do any live on your time. I won't be able to do it at that time anyway. So 11 a.m. your time is 12 p.m. my time. Yeah, so I won't do it until the evening. That way I won't like be in your time space and then I could support you. Woo woo. I hope that's okay. What are you gonna do tomorrow when you go on your live? Yeah, no, I'll definitely when I think I have my notifications for you turned on. So, you know what? Let me check it right now so that I can make sure because I don't want to miss it. I know it's rough when it's okay. Unboxing. I actually have one of those to do. I just bought a new um desktop nail armrest, but not just for like, I have the one that says relax your hand. I don't want to just do that one anymore because honestly, it's too thin and it's too high and it's not really supportive and it's too wobbly. So I bought a new armrest for the tabletop that the lamp can slide under, but it like rests not just your wrist but your arms. So the person's arm can hang over and they can literally, if they want to lean forward, they're able to do that, and it's like comfortable. And it also, again, supports their full arm area, not just their wrists and their hands. Let me go to your page, Tanya, and make sure. You know, are you that other page too? Yes, my bell is turned on, so I will get your notifications when you go live, which is fire. I'm there to support it still. So how's everybody doing? I'm curious to know where you're tuning in from. Again, yes, you do need to be subscribed in order to leave a comment because people be on some BS and I'm not here for it. But if you want to chat and you want to check in, please do. I appreciate you tuning in. A lot of people jumping in and out. It's early in the morning. I got coffee. Anybody else need their coffee? I can't live without it. And also, I am not against, yeah, I need coffee so bad, so bad. It's a part of my life. If you drink coffee, I need to know. Like coffee is life, yo. Coffee is life. Oh my gosh, wait, not just even the printer. The printer, listen, I'm gonna turn the camera around because everything had to get moved. Like it was that serious, okay? Even the printer, which is right over here, my Cricut is up there. All of this almost, you know how much money worth of you know how much money this place is. I had to move everything. I was so frustrated. You know how much money? That's a lot of money. Forgive me, yo. I'm just so vexed. It could have been such a bad loss. Oh, how do you find doing your nails when you have your kids around? Does it is it problematic for you to be able to do what you need to do when your kids are around? Sometimes I find I can work with them in the process. Sometimes I find it's a challenge. Um, so I'm curious to know that because it's not a bad thing. Like sometimes they get involved. Um, but I am curious. No, yeah, it's sad, man. I can't believe that happened. And like the worst part was I had somebody here. Yeah, they're always curious. Let me tell you, I had somebody here to actually fix the issue, or what I thought was fixing the issue. So they came in, they went in the tub, they did something from the top, they recocked the tub, and then they filled it with water because they said it needed pressure or whatever for 24 hours. Okay, fine, no problem. So then, next day, I let the water out, and when you're listening to, or when you're in the bathroom, you can't hear um what's happening downstairs necessarily. But I heard this like tick 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 and I was like, what is that sound? That's not a sound that's normal in the house. So tutus turn around, come downstairs, and the water's dropping from the ceiling. And I'm like, onto my computer, onto my electronics, onto all of the stuff that I had there. And I was like, yep. But I was thinking ahead because I knew something was off. So I put a bucket. I had a little bucket in the space to make sure it could catch the water if it should come through. Um, so I'm very fortunate. I'm not complaining, but I'm cheese because it wasn't nice. It wasn't nice at all. Sorry. I just yeah, see it has me so flustered. I gotta reset everything. I gotta put things back in their place, readjust now, figure out what can actually go in that space. See if I'm even able to um maybe readjust how sometimes when you have a certain amount of space to work with, you're very particular with how it's situated. Well, maybe that could just be me because I got issues. That could just be my problem. But you just want to make sure it's situated a certain kind of way. So, you try to make sure you also make the best of all the space that's there. But trust, like, I think I'm gonna have to figure out a compromise because I almost lost everything. And that was rough, really rough. But yeah, if you're tuned in, I have a lot of rearranging and redecorating to do because I almost had a flood and almost lost a lot of my products and my materials and my machines, and I'm vexed, but it happens. It is what it is. I hope everybody's doing good also because honestly, I don't know if people realize this, but I was looking at the election results and all the thing that's happening, and whoever wins wins, but y'all realize like all of the power was given. This man has all the power in all levels of the government, which is interesting to see. Like, I'm curious to know how that will be managed and how, because there's no stopgaps. There's no, um, thank you. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate your support, trust, and belief. But there's no stopgaps for the new government of power. So, what's going to happen? Like, who's going to check the powers that be? Is there no power checking? I don't think it's a bad thing. I don't think it's a good. I, I don't know. Like, it'll be interesting because when all the power is in one place and um there's no boundary checks. There is no um what happens? What do you guys like? How do you how do you stop the power? Do you stop the power? Oh man. If you're tuning in, what's going on? It's just a Thursday morning. I'm just doing a live real quick because I want to check in and let everybody know about all the chaos. So here's the problem with what happened with this flood. The truth is, I was about to edit a video. I have some things lined up that I'm trying to put out on my channel. And now I again have another pause. So sometimes I wonder, is it the universe pausing me and telling me, yo, this isn't time to put these things out, or it's not time for me to do these things, focus on something else? Or is it just bad luck? Because it sucks. You can't win. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. Real life things. Like, is it the universe pausing me and telling me it's not time to do this? Or is it just like a series of really unfortunate events? And it's almost like this is why I'm doing the lives too. Because if I don't do it in the moment, I'm not going to do it. If I don't do it in the moment, it's not going to happen. And I know this about myself because I'm a procrastinator and I procrastinate hard. And that's just my truth. And I can own it. I ain't scared. But it poses a challenge when you need to get things done. And it's like not just the procrastination, but the overthinking and the decision making too. That's the next thing. So that's rough. It's like, does anybody else suffer with this? Because some days I wonder, am I okay? But in the best way, of course. Like I'm not. It's not that bad. But I gotta now put it all back together and figure it out. It'll be fun. It'll be a lot of fun. What's going on? I noticed a lot of people are popping in and out of my live. I hope you're good. Happy Thursday. Sending you positive vibes. I hope you're doing well. I hope you have a great day. I hope you have something to start you off and make sure it's good. But yeah, so reworking this space is going to be fun. I'm glad I didn't lose everything. I hope I can do it in time to not be left out of practicing or participating in certain events. Um, oh, what happened? Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. But yeah, so that'll be an interesting situation. Trying to get out for a change. I haven't been out in a while. Trying to do dinner this weekend. If anybody has any suggestions of places that I can go, please pop that in the comments for sure. That would be great. Um, I'm in Toronto, so if you have a spot to suggest there, that would be awesome. What else is going on? How is everybody dealing with current day's events? How are you guys? Honestly, Tanya, you're awesome. I do my best to support as well because I do understand the importance of having your peoples, your community, right? And I'm like, I can't just build a community for myself and not be a participant in the ones that participate and show up for me. So that's why I was like, let me make sure this girl's bell is on because I want to show up. Anytime you got a live, I'm like, I'm gonna be there as long as I can be. Even if I just pop in for a few minutes or just leave it running in the background, girl, it's important to show up for your people in your community. But also, again, I'm available for those that might need it, just to be like, yo, are you good? But yeah, lots of work to get done. I also gotta wash my hair. It's a hot mess. Um, it's gonna be busy. I'm glad I got the laundry done. That's out. That's happily handled. Um, Hold on one second. I'm gonna be right back. Excuse me. Hold on. I will be right there, y'all. All right. Sorry, let me just grab something. Yes, you're looking at the heating pad that I've been living on for the last however, because the truth is, surgery recovery was primarily on the couch, and that was great. I mean, it worked, so don't judge me. That's my comfort spot, my pillows, and my heating pad. All right. So, yeah, I hope you guys are good. It's Thursday morning. Whoops, sorry. I'm all a mess. I'm living my best life. I hope you guys are good for real, for real. Um, Gonna try to do another live tomorrow. Hold on, let me see. I appreciate. Yeah, yeah. No, I'm feeling good for the most part. Like recovery has been great. What can I say? Everyone's been really supportive. I've had a lot of help, but you know what? I had to learn how to ask for help because that's not an easy thing to do. Well, not for somebody who's been extremely independent for a long time. Asking for help is difficult, but I had to learn to do it. And I'm grateful that I did because the people that showed up for me, trust, they had my back. So Don't ever hesitate to ask for help if you need it. There's no shame in it. We all have moments where we need support and help. Make sure you get yours, because you don't have to do things alone. Nobody is required to live life alone. Yes, we're born alone, we die alone, but at the same time, we got people around here that are willing to do things for us, and we need to be able to accept that. Yes, I need to do my dishes just now. Actually, I'm finally proud of myself. I have like a whole bunch of them done. Like there's minimal to do this time. Um, but yeah, nobody is perfect. Yeah, you're absolutely right about that. So asking for help is a good idea. But no, I was able to. I feel like I'm fully recovered. I finally feel like I'm back to myself prior to the surgery, and like managed emotions, feelings, all of the things, that the pain. There's none. They did a fantastic job at this hospital with this dog. Like, I cannot stress enough how great my care was, how great my situation, my process was. Having surgery can be a daunting thing, depending on but it could just be daunting altogether. Having to go under anesthesia and be put to sleep, you might not wake up. And everybody may not know this, but it's not just, oh, you have surgery and then you're good to go. No, there could be complications. So, I'm grateful that none of that was my issue, and that um, I had a great care team and a great aftercare team and great village supports and great people around me to make sure I was good. And that encompasses a wide span of people that are both blood related and not. Be grateful for your village. If you have one, if you don't, cultivate one, because everybody needs a village. We are not here to do this stuff alone. Find a way, to find a way to gather your people. Um there's nothing wrong with having good supports, especially if you're a person that's been independent for a long time. I must say that. Um, and it's hard. It's hard sometimes to accept that support. It's hard sometimes when you have been independent for a long time to be like, oh, I'm just going to ask for help, because you don't always know how, right? But take it. Be okay with asking. There's nothing wrong with being vulnerable to say, all right, I need this help right now. Let me ask for it. Especially if you're that independent. Don't do that to yourself. Take the help, man. Trust me. You'll need it sometimes. It's good. But yeah, I hope everybody does have a fantastic start to their day. I'm trying to, so this is where I was leading. I'm all over the place. It's just how it is sometimes. I am trying to do a live. I gotta redo my nails. I'm trying to use the sun as my sunlight so I can be pretty. But have have a live. I think I'm gonna do tomorrow, probably in the evening time ish. I think I'm gonna wait till my son's out of the house, so maybe like after 7 in Eastern time. I'm considering doing a live to redo my nails. So if anybody's interested in learning how I do my natural nails with an acrylic overlay and some polish and design, join me for that. Look out for the live. Subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the like button so that I can be seen. And then if you know anybody that's interested in learning about nails and doing their nails, have them join me as well, because I could teach you. It's free. All you gotta do is watch. Um, it's not always something everybody wants to do, but I mean, it's something I've learned to do and been doing for many, many, many years. So, and also showing it's safe to do, with all the misconceptions about, oh, if you do that stuff on your nails all the time, it's not healthy. Listen, there's nothing unhealthy about it. It's how it's applied and how it is, the products are used, that will determine um, its effect on how you receive it, or its effect on how it's on you. So always know this: anything that is used on you, whether it's a product, whether it's a machine, so like an e-file when it comes to nails, even a hand file, it's how it's used on you, not the item itself that's necessarily dangerous or problematic. And I say that to say if you get comfortable with learning how to use things properly, especially if you're doing it for yourself, then you won't run into issues long term. And you mitigate risk and you can be or have happy, healthy, successful nails, and you won't have to worry about, um, you know, um, getting greenies in your nails. If you don't know what that is, it's when bacteria builds up and then you get like a green spot. It's like fungus, kind of nasty, but it's not that serious, but it is. So just, those are things you'll learn to look for, right? So that's cool. No worries. If you're here, you're here. If you're down to comment, I'd appreciate it. But if not, do your thing, man. When you get into those dishes, I know my hands are busy. I can never comment. So don't feel no ways, but I appreciate it. Thank you so much. If you are joining me, yes, you do have to be subscribed in order to leave a comment. I'm sorry, that's just the way it goes because people be out here wilding, talking about the devil and Satan and the mark of the beast and all of the things. And I ain't got time for that today. I just want to check in, see how everybody's doing. I've been offering some words of wisdom this morning, some positive vibes. I recently experienced a flood. I can show you if you like. There's a hole in my ceiling, and my bathtub leaked and almost drowned out all of my electronic and something that I have in my house, and it was very vexing, but I have to accept that at least it wasn't a bad situation, so bad that I lost stuff. I just at this point have to reorganize stuff, and that reorganization is going to take me some time, but it is what it is. Let me show y'all real quick. Hold up. So I have a lot of mess going on here. However, this is my current workspace. Well, it was, but this is my current workspace. And there's a hole in my ceiling, as you can see. And that's simply because, again, I had a leak in my tub. All right. And that leak went down my wall. And I had a plug in right here with all kinds of electronics. Oh, and also my computer desk that had my laptops and my monitors and etc., etc., etc. And as a result, what almost happened? I almost lost all my ish. I even almost lost products. I almost lost, um, let me see, products, printers, materials, a lot of stuff was almost lost. But by the grace, it didn't happen. So I'm not vexed. I'm just processing. And so I was like, let me hit up a live real quick and let you guys know what happened. Because my heart hurts. Because it was so sad. Madness. Most definitely. You can send the plate out. Yes, I'll take it. I won't eat it though till after 12 because I don't really eat first thing in the morning. But I do have a plum. Oh no, a plum cot. So I was gonna eat this in a sec because I'm hungry. A little bit. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not a morning eater. I can't really eat first thing in the morning. I gotta wait, like after the coffee kicks in and it's been a couple hours, then I'm good to go. So yeah, gonna do a live, doing my nails tomorrow, Friday, November the 15th, probably around 7 p.m. Eastern Standard. If you're interested in joining, I do my natural nails. I overlay them with acrylic and then I do a design or something simple with polish. If you want to learn how to do that too, you're more than welcome to join me. So do jump on my live and check it out. Those ones stay on my channel. This particular live may very well go private after a period of time because I feel like what happens in a live should stay there. And if you want to know what's going on, you got to be here to know. And so I do want to have, all the good stuff and the words of wisdom and stuff like that shared. Maybe I'll put those in shorts and like put them out there. But overall, sometimes it's a very vulnerable space. And because you're so open, um, you don't necessarily want that to be out there for the full time. But it is what it is. This person come back again with this foolishness? Really? Listen, have mercy. See, people be coming in the chat doing all kind of foolishness, but it's all good. So, I do believe that what happens in my life stays in my life, and if you really want to know what's going on, you just gotta join to see and participate, and you know, it's good times. Make sure I support the people, and I make sure I give as much positive advice as I can, and actually let people know what's going on in the real world, in the real real. Now, I'm also a little bit conflicted by this whole thing because let me tell y'all something. Um, I've noticed, so I was studying the Nikocado avocado. I think that's how I say his name, Nikocado avocado, something so. And I've noticed that there were a lot of YouTube videos done on this person, this creator, about their whole succession process, like where they started to where they ended up. So he started as, I guess, a vegan that maybe mainly ate avocados and then broke the vegan cycle, went into mukbanging, became a big success, ended up being married, and so forth, right? Participated with the partner, a lot of back and forth with the partner online, and some of it was perceived to be skits. There were a lot of participation with other content creators that were also mukbangers, but also a lot of controversial situations. Okay, so it got me thinking, and I was like, it's coming like if all of that was an act, if any of it was a stage act, then it's all just everything is just one big act. We are all pretenders. Is that the case? Because it just maybe there are parts of what this person was doing is actually real, but in actuality, most of what they've been doing is just putting on a show. Who this person filmed for, I think, 2 years while behind the scenes losing weight to dish out content for the time frame that they were doing their thing behind the scenes, right? So I'm just like, if that's the case, you were acting the whole time. So then people that have supported you or have been supporting you are not getting authenticity. So then we don't need to be authentic. We can just pretend. I could tell you some random sob story, and it just got me thinking, right? Like it's coming like there's a lot of truth and non-truths. And it's not a bad thing. It's not a good thing. It's just got me thinking. It's got me thinking, what is really like I'm sharing the reality of my circumstance with this situation I'm dealing with, right? But like, is that reality even necessary? Could I overblow it and be like, oh my God, I lost all my stuff, and take advantage of the people, right? Or can I underplay it and not even share it at all? I don't have to say nothing. I don't know, man. I'm a little confused about this whole content creation and sharing and running a channel, and those type of things are they don't bother, like it's I don't mind doing it. And also, hold on, I apologize. Let me stop myself. Another thing that's really frustrating me these days, and as a creator, I think this is why I've questioned all of what I've been doing and all of these things. Okay, of course, everybody wants that monetization of to a degree, whether it's actually on YouTube, whether it's through partnerships and sponsors, whatever the case may be, everybody wants to make a bag of some kind. It doesn't have to be large, big money. It doesn't have to be even um, getting products for samples, stuff like that. Those are things that you don't have to take money out of your own pocket. So it's nice to partner with companies when you have the ability to, in order to get all of these partnerships and things. Crap, where was I going with this? Um, Most people's objective is to achieve the monetization. Oh my God, where was my thought process? So, in doing this or in saying this, right? Hold on. Let me think. That was bad. I was so frustrated. um, most people sing a song. Okay, hold on. Most people sing a song. Monetization. That's usually the objective for most. I don't even know where I was going with this thought. You know what? I just gotta give up now. Hold on. That was really bad. But I had a good point. And once I remember it, I'm gonna come back and tell you. But I just got there's a stupid message about an antichrist again on the stupid chat, and it just completely threw me off. Oh gosh. Um. Oh my God, I'm so pissed. It was such a good point. Relating to monetization. Tanya, if you remember where I was going or what I was just saying, please let me know because now my brain is just fried. I think it's too much. Um, so yeah, most people's objective is to achieve monetization, get their channels monetized, or have some kind of financial. Oh, I know where I was going. Have some kind of financial retribution for all of the work that they do. Not a problem. However, depending on what country you're in, determines what you are limited to and what you can and cannot do. Sorry it took me so long to come back from that. I was just out of my mind. So, whatever. I was distracted. That whole message thing had me confused. But depending on which country you're in, will determine how your monetization may or may not work, whether it's sponsorships or whether it's AdSense or whatever the case may be. Because in different countries, there are different regulations. In America, United States, it is a lot easier to be able to do things like partnerships and monetize and so forth. In alternative countries like Canada, there are so many limitations. It has made me question whether or not it's even worth it. So it's not to say that it's not doable, but the processes or the requirements are completely different. Let me give you an example. Um, Using AdSense is not just a YouTube thing. You can, if you have a website, you can um, if you have a website, you can put AdSense on there so that Google can run ads if you qualify, and then you can get paid for when people browse to your website. So when you go through blogger pages and stuff like that, and you see those advertisements, essentially that's all AdSense, and it can help that person who has that site to be able to monetize or make funds. We can't do that in Canada. And I'm not about to beat around the bush and go open something in the US just for the sake of trying to make money off of ads. Like, that's crazy. So, what I'm saying is, it's so much easier to do the monetization situation in some countries, primarily America, United States, and than it is to do it anywhere else. And that's frustrating because people work really hard. And again, it's not to say that's the be all end all, but usually that's most people's goal. And in order to do that, where I am in Canada, it's not as easy as it would be if I was in America. And that's just the reality that I got to deal with. But it's frustrating because it makes you wonder if it's worth it. And this is something I have been mentally trying to process for some time. As you can see, I got stuck in my mind there for a second. So that was horrible. I don't know what happened. I just went on a tangent. So forgive me. I don't know. I don't know what went down. That was bad. Oh my gosh, that was bad. But yeah, so doing the whole monetization thing is great. It's a wonderful goal. I hope to achieve it one day. However, I'm not going to kill off myself because it's not as easy as it would have been if I was in the United States of America. And that's just period on point. Or what does that do say? Period. No, that's just on period. Whatever. That's just the point. Okay. It's not as easy as it would be if I was in the United States of America. So knowing this, it's not that I'm not willing to do the work and still do, because the truth is, as much as that is the goal, it's still also to build the community and to teach people about nails and to do other things that I do. Well, at some point I'll jump those things on. And that's the other thing too. This niching business, listen, me can't niche. Me can't niche, yo. I can't niche. I'm gonna just say it. And if I can, I don't want to. Um, it's challenging when you have a bunch of different creative ventures. If you're a person that does multitude, most creatives are not just one-sided creative wise. They'll do all things. Some people have the ability to build multiple channels to do those things. Me, not so much. I mean, I do, but I don't think I can manage. Like to do a separate nails channel and then to do a separate channel for um making t-shirts and then to do a separate channel for my locks and then to do a separate channel. Me can't bother. Listen, I don't have no, I can't. It's too much work. But there are people that do it, and guess what? Most of them are monetized on all those channels. But I bet you they're not in Canada. I bet you they're not. So we'll see what happens. I'm gonna still keep punching because I just want to build community and meet people. I got Tanya all the way down in Texas, hollering all the time, which makes you feel good. And that I think is more important. Those connections and linking with people and getting to know folks is more important to me than just the other side of it. And I think that's again another part of why these lives are going private after 24 hours because of how candid they are. It is what it is. I put my soul on the line. Yeah. But it is again Thursday morning. I do hope everybody is well. Um, Make sure you take the time out to do the things that make you feel good. Don't be a procrastinator like me, waiting forever to get things done. If you see something that needs to be done, just do it and don't wait and put it off. And I say that while looking around at this chaos and full and well knowing I'm coming to lay back on my heating pad so I can chill because I got to rest first before I can do the work. It's horrible, y'all. I'm a nut. Welcome to my reality. Good morning. Mm-mm. But I'm gonna check out in about a few minutes. Again, if you are joining me and you can give me a like, I'd appreciate it. I am again just trying to do lives on spot. I shared with everybody what's been going on with all the crazy. You do have to be subscribed in any of my lives in order to leave a comment because people be in here talking about all the madness. And it's great. You know, as much as I'd like to learn about the Antichrist, I really don't like I might be the Antichrist. Careful. Mm-mm. Um, yes, you enjoy that breakfast, whatever it is that you're having. Make sure it is great. It was made, of course, with love. When you make food for yourself, make it with love so that you can enjoy. And also, I always use tea because I never use my full name. So if you don't mind and you could only use T, I would appreciate that. Um, it's just easier for people to not get wrong because I've had my name mispronounced on so many levels. Even though it's so popular, you'd be surprised how quickly people turn it into a Stephanie or a Stephanie or a Steve. It's just, it's ridiculous. It's so easy. It's it's on jewelry. It's on food companies. It's 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 in a lot of places, and yet it's a breakfast spot, and yet nobody can get it right. But it's all good. But I go by tea. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. But yeah, I hope your breakfast is fantastic. I hope your day is great. You said you're doing the live. You know what I learned about people with bad comments or anybody that has negative? I don't pay them no mind. Well, you saw how I addressed the Antichrist one. It didn't show up, I don't think, but I'll just be like, listen, if this is what you want to do, the engagement, right? That's important. So Something about doing the lives that's really necessary is you want that engagement. You want people to comment and you want them to like your videos and you want them to interact with you. And that's that's because it drives the views and it drives the push, right? It also depends on the time of day, what the topic is, if people are interested. I'm telling you, like on this particular live, I've had about 50 people in and out, right? So also, I notice like when they're scrolling through the scroll thing, that's usually when it'll come up. And sometimes people don't like to subscribe in order to leave a comment because they think it's pretentious. But the truth is, if you're going to leave a comment, you shouldn't be able to just pop in and bounce. Well, if you do, I mean, you can, but um, if you want to do it on this live, you're going to subscribe to do it, right? So the way I see it is that's just how it goes, and I set the rules here. So it's I have to realize it's okay for me to do that. I've restricted. Trust me, that's the same thing that I do. I don't even know how that young man got on my live. He said he was using his sister's computer or something, but I'm just like, but you're logged into your something. So how are you? But whatever, he'll learn. He seems young. Um, but yeah, you set the tone. It's your channel. Also, again, showing up matters, right? So if you're not going to show up, then why should anybody else? Fair question. So putting in the effort and making sure you're there and making sure you're doing what you want to do to grow. Don't watch what other people are doing. Just do you. Is something I've learned is really, really, really important when you're running a channel. Um, I agree. I agree. They should be aware. Sometimes it's not that easy. Kids can easily sneak in. Trust me, I've watched my own kids do it. But I'm fortunate where like my space where they deal with tech is monitored. So it's not like I can't hear what's going on or I can't see when changes are made. I get to witness that live. So uh, he doesn't take no chances. He's very careful, but it's easy for kids to do. It's very easy. And also, it's pushed to them. Remember, YouTube, it's not just what you searched, it's stuff that's suggested. And even though it may be age restricted or might be not recommended for kids, they still might show up in their feed just random. That's just how the algorithm or the something apparently works. So we don't have no control over that. It's just how it works. So it is what it is. Um, And sometimes, like, I guess, if they're not, if maybe if the parents are at work or if they're not around the clock, I don't know. I don't know. See, people are going to have access. It's just that's why I think it's responsible. It's necessary to be responsible with what we put out there. But also, if you find yourself in a space that's not made for you, you're going to have to be accountable for what you witness. It's not my responsibility to censor myself because you chose to be under the age and come into my life. That's your business. If I'm cussing, I'm cussing. Usually I won't. But if you find yourself in a space you're not supposed to be in and you went there, that's your business. You're gonna have to deal with what you see. I'm not responsible for that. But no, for real. That's something I had to learn. Do you don't worry about the others and what they're doing. Don't worry about what their numbers are saying. Don't worry about their growth. Don't worry about none of that. If you focus on yourself and what you like, that will bring the growth. And I'm going to tell you this too. For me, doing more lives and just checking in and doing the shares that I've been doing, I've seen even an increase, not just in my subs, but in my watch hours. I've seen an increase in being shared. I've seen those slight small changes. This whole idea of consistency, I mean, I can't do it every day. I don't live for this. I have a job. So, hello. That already takes 8 whole hours plus commute time. So, there's a limitation to what can happen in a day with regards to my channel. Lives are the easiest thing for me to do where it's like I could just check in and be like, yo, what's going on, y'all? Lives are the easiest thing. Unfortunately, again, they do not always stay public because, again, my lives will go private because we talk about different things and it ain't nobody's business. And I'm very vulnerable on here. So, I mean, if you really want to know what's going on, you're going to have to watch the live, but I do put it private after a certain amount of time. Um, but that's one of the ways that I'm able to be consistent. So I figured, okay, I don't really mess around with my other social medias. I don't really mess with Instagram too tough. I don't really mess with Facebook. I don't really mess with Twitter. I don't really mess with none of those other. YouTube has been my primary. And again, if I don't come live, then you may not see my videos because that has to get pushed somehow. I do shorts on a regular, so I try to keep that up so that it's, something that's always pumping out. But my shorts, because they're all over the place and because they're not one situated single thing, they may or may not get pushed out. Sometimes my shorts will get over 1,000 views. Sometimes it'll get under 500. I don't know how it works, when it works, date and time. I'm not consistent with that in terms of like following a specific schedule and making sure it's all the time, the same time, every time. No, it'll happen when I remember, oh yeah, I have to post a short today. Or it'll happen when I see my calendar pop up and say, hey, it's time to do a short. Or it'll happen, like it's not like I have it preset or pre-scheduled or predetermined. I do it when I get it. And maybe that's my own downfall or my own issue. I'm not prepared enough. I don't know. But what are the rules? No one has. And if someone does have the rules, I don't want to follow them because they're too strict. All of these rules, all of these how to grow, how to do this, there's so much. And I'm not mad at it because it's helpful, but it's overwhelming. It's so much. If you were to watch um everybody's guide on how to grow on YouTube, you would dead. Real talk. You would dead. Yes. I need coffee to say that. Everybody wants to grow. Everybody wants to, but I was watching somebody that has statistics. It's like less than what, let me see, what percentage? Let me tell y'all. This is interesting actually. Okay. So for example, with all the people that are on the YouTube platform, I'm going to ask you this question about how much percent of all the people that are on the YouTube platform do you think have at least 10,000 subscribers or more? And I know you could Google it too. Because when you think about how many people are on this platform, and most people try to get to at least 10,000 subs, really 100,000 subs is, that ticket thing, plaque something, right? But how many subs or how many, yeah, subscribers do you think have at least 10,000 subscribers? No worries, you're washing dishes. Okay, well, the truth is, it's only about 10%. It's only about 10%. So, like, one in 57 channels has 10,000 or more subs, right? And when you think about that number in the grand scheme of how many people or how many channels are on this platform, it's not a lot. It's not a lot. So, like, for me right now, goals is 10,000 subs. 10,000 subs and these watch hours so that I can hopefully find a way to start monetizing my ish. But that's a goal for me. I'm not afraid to admit that because essentially that's you want to be paid for the content that you put out there. Everybody has different types of content. There's a lot of raw content out there. And I've mentioned this before, people like Dodash, like that type of content, unedited, unfiltered, That's one style. There's heavily edited content like stuff that Mr. Beast does, or all of that very flashy, quick, bangy. There's that. I don't do none of those. I have commentary videos. I have random thought videos. I have nail videos. I have hair videos. I have shorts. I'm busy. I need to get all the crazy out of my mind and put it on somewhere else, and that's what the whole channel helps me do. It helps me to put those things in spaces so that I have an outlet and it doesn't clog up my mind. But as a result of that, I'm limited maybe on how I get pushed, or maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna set the trend for a new era of content creation that is so random, it's randomly random. And it's good random. Yeah, I'm haunted. But no, for real. Maybe like this is gonna be the new style. Because again, not everybody is into one something. I'm not just into one thing. I have so much. If I shared my lock video, like, and that's the other thing, I have so much recorded ish. It's like, when am I just gonna put it out there? What am I waiting for? Guys, it's a real thing, It's a struggle. Struggle me a struggle. Darn it. Oh my goodness. It's just, yeah, it's crazy. It's just madness. I'm telling you. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, I don't even think I would be able to manage that job. Everybody is just too needy. I would never want to be a president. Mm-mm. I'll be the president's secretary, but they do most of the work anyway. So, but I don't think I can be confined by the notion of you must niche in order to run my ish, because I find I make connections with people on different levels. People are looking for different things. People may also relate to just all the randomness. The planner videos get people that may not want the nail videos, but then they see, or maybe even nail people see the nails in the planner videos, and like it can all intersect to a degree. And here's hoping that at some point in time, my stuff will pick up and it will just have those numbers grow. But the focus is not the numbers, the focus is doing the work. And that's what I've been enjoying doing. Yeah, it's chaotic, but it's fun. It's chaotic, but I want to do this because, again, it's an outlet. It's fantastic. It works. It's at least allowing me to connect. I get to talk to people this way, and I prefer it to um, sometimes even the comments. But even in my community section, like every way that I can to connect is now kind of through my YouTube hub, and I'm not ashamed to say that's my primary and like that's my focus. But focus on your stuff and what you're doing, not what other people are doing, because you can get overwhelmed and caught up, which is where I think I started in the first place. It can be overwhelming to continuously take in information about what, how, who, where, when, and all of those things and to do when you could just be doing and then throw the shit to the wall and see if it sticks. And if it sticks, work with it. What's wrong with that? So, yeah, that's my advice for your channels and my channel. Just do you. Do you, boo. Just do you. Cheers. I'm actually still in disbelief that Judge Judy decided to come out of retirement and do a whole new show because that lady is brutal and she gives nobody no time. I think she's empathetic, but she's just hard ass. And I find it interesting, her show. It's on TV right now. But yeah, I am about to check out. I appreciate if you've tuned in. If you are still tuned in, again, if you could like my video, I appreciate it. I do these lives check in with people. Generally, what happens in a live stays in a live because I'm so vulnerable. I don't want to be shamed online. Jokes. I ain't scared to put what's out there because you don't know what's real from what's not real. And if you were here earlier, you would know what I'm talking about. Tanya, I appreciate you for joining me specifically on this live. I hope you are well. I do want to join you when you go live tomorrow, so I will remember not to do it at the same time. So I'll go in the evening because I know that you will have the morning and I want to support you. I do hope everybody is doing very well. It's a Thursday. I've got some vitamin D shining down on me. Get out and get some sun. It will help with seasonal depression if you suffer from it. Where in the world you are tuning in from, I have no clue. I am in Canada, so I do hope that wherever you are safe and you are well and you are healthy and you are happy. And if you aren't, find your joy and don't let nobody steal it from you because they don't deserve it. And everybody deserves to be happy, including you. So find your joy and be happy as only you know how. Real talks. So, again, I appreciate you. I am going to sign off of this live. It will be probably up for maybe 24 hours. And once it's gone, it's gone. But if you did catch it and you have joined all my antics, and if you are watching this on the replay and you do like my antics, I wouldn't mind if you would become a part of my community and supporting me as I try to grow. Because you would have heard the rant earlier, and everybody's got to do what they got to do. So I'm doing me, boo. Cheers. I will talk to you later. Take care of yourself down south and be safe until I talk to y'all on the next one, y'all. Stay blessed. Deuces.